Hey everyone, in this video I am going to answer more than 20 frequently asked questions regarding the Accenture training process starting from primers to my competency. So make sure you watch this video till the end because this video might clear all your doubts. Now without wasting any time, let's get started. So first question is Accenture training happening before or after onboarding? Actually, compared to last year, Accenture changed the process. Now the complete training happens before onboarding. Now another common doubt is the training online or offline? The complete training process is online, starting from primers till the my competency. Here now many questions are asking this question: do we get paid during the training? And the answer is no. There is no stipend or salary during the training period. But after onboarding, if you successfully complete the training process, you will receive a learning bonus around 30K. So now talking about the primers, is primers proctored or non-proctored? Primers are human proctored, so make sure you should attend carefully. And another common question, are primers MCQ based? Here answer is yes. Primers are completely MCQ based and there is nothing related to coding or hands-on task in primers. Now let's talk about the exam pattern. How many questions are there in primers? In primers there are total of 20 questions. And what about the pass percentage? Here you should score 60% to pass. That means you should score at least 12 out of 20. Now, this is something many freshers worry about. What happens if you don't clear primers? If you don't clear primers, you may not receive the learning bonus, but as of now, it doesn't affect your onboarding process. But try to give your best. Okay. Now, coming to the duration, primers usually last for 21 days, and after that, you will receive the mock and main assessment details. Now, let's talk about the mock assessment. Is the mock test mandatory? Here answer is yes, it is mandatory because you can attempt the main assessment only after attending the mock assessment. So make sure you should attend the mock assessment, and the mock assessment contains 10 questions and the duration is around 20 minutes. Basically, it is conducted to check your system compatibility. Now moving to the professional development assessments. Is professional development is proctored or non-proctored? And the answer is no, it is not proctored and there is no camera or microphone access. And how many questions are there? In professional development, there are total of 50 questions. And coming to the pass percentage, here you need to score 60% to pass, which means you should score 38 out of 50. So basically, you can make around 12 mistakes. And let's move on to the delivery training. His delivery training is proctored or not? Here answer is no. Delivery training is also non-proctored, and here no need to panic about this exam. And for passing marks, you need 18 out of 30, which is again 60 percentage. Here now many people are confused about stream training duration. Honestly, it depends upon the stream you get, but usually most stream trainings are completed within 1 month. And let's discuss the assessment conducted during the training. There are total of 3 MCQs along with one hands-on assessment during our stream training. Of course, they will conduct after the stream training. Here MCQ 1 is non-proctored and you should score 12 out of 20, and MCQ 2 is also non-proctored and you should score 18 out of 30. And coming to the most important MCQ 3, It is human proctored, and make sure you prepare properly for this one. And here you should score 24 out of 40. Now coming to the hands-on assessment. Here hands-on is not mandatory for every stream. For some streams they may not even conduct it, but for some streams it is compulsory. In the hands-on assessment you should score 60 out of 100, and hands-on assessment is proctored or not. And the answer is yes, it is fully human proctored, and the duration is around 3 hours. But for us, they gave only 2.5 hours. So make sure you should complete within that duration. Now, another important question: what happens if you fail the hands on assessment? Honestly, they haven't clearly mentioned the consequences, but make sure you attempt it and give your best. As of now, it doesn't affect the onboarding. Okay, now let's talk about the most important part, my competency. Is my competency mandatory? Here answer is yes, it is mandatory, and you must clear it within 4 attempts. And here my competency is also MCQ based. Now talking about the passing marks, you need to score 29 out of 50, which is around 58 percentage. Now many people panic about attempts. What happens if you fail in the first attempt? Here, no need to worry. You will have still 3 more attempts. So make sure you should complete within the 4 attempts. And the gap between each attempt is usually 1 week. During this time, they may also conduct SME connects, which help you to revise and clear your doubts. And now the most important question: what happens if you don't clear my competency in all 4 attempts? Here the answer is your offer letter might get put on hold. So make sure you prepare properly before every attempt. And finally, after onboarding, after completing the training, when will you receive the onboarding? Usually onboarding happens within 1 month after completing the training. So yeah guys, these are some of the most important frequently asked questions regarding the Accenture training process. I hope this video cleared most of your doubts. If you still have any doubts, feel free to comment. And thanks for watching.